This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making shrimp and grits. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below to gather the ingredients. I start by taking 1 pound of extra jumbo shrimp that has been peeled and deveined and removing the tails and placing it into a bowl. I take 1 lemon and juice it. I pour the juice of the lemon over the shrimp, and I add some cayenne pepper and some coarse kosher salt. Don't forget it, I almost forgot it. And I mix it all together so it's evenly coated, and I set it aside to marinate. Next I start the grits, so I take 3 cups of water and half a tablespoon coarse kosher salt, bring it to a boil over medium-high heat, and then I add 7 packets of instant grits, which was all I was able to find at the store. I whisk that in. 7 packets is a cup and a half. And I whisk that into the water, and then I add 2 cups of half and half to the grits and whisk everything together again and turn it over medium-low heat to let it simmer and cook and thicken for about 5 to 10 minutes. It does not take long. Next, I start cutting up some vegetables, and I take 1 orange bell pepper and dice it. I dice 1 yellow bell pepper, and I dice 1 red bell pepper. I mince 4 cloves of garlic, and I dice 1 large yellow onion. I check on my grits. They've thickened up nicely, so I'm going to turn off the heat, cover them, and set them aside to keep them warm. I cut 1 pound of andouille sausage into coins. I heat a saute pan over medium-high heat and add the andouille sausage and put it into an even layer and let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes before I turn it to keep browning the other side. I want some nice color on this andouille. Once the andouille has browned, I remove it from the pan into a bowl and set it aside. Next, into the same pan without cleaning it, I add 6 strips of bacon in batches of 3. I like to use thick cuts of bacon, and I cook them over medium-high heat until it's nice and crispy. Once the bacon is crispy, I remove it from the pan onto a paper towel to let it drain. And I keep the bacon grease because I'm going to cook the vegetables in it. I add all the bell peppers, the onions, the garlic into the bacon grease over medium heat, and I stir everything so it's nice and coated in the bacon grease, and I want it to cook until the bell peppers are soft and the onions are translucent for about 8 to 10 minutes. I add the andouille sausage back, and I add the shrimp in that has been marinating. I stir everything together, turn the heat off, and I let it sit off to the side while I make the next step. Next, I make a roux. I melt 1/4 cup of butter over medium heat. And I add 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So with a roux, equal parts is best. I feel comfortable making roux, so I left the heat over medium heat and whisked it constantly until it was golden brown, and that took about 5 to 6 minutes. If you are new to making roux or you feel uncomfortable because you have bad history with them, they burn very easily on you, I recommend turning the heat down to low and whisking it constantly, low and slow, for at least 10 minutes or more until it is golden brown. I turn the heat back up to medium for the shrimp. I add the roux in. I add 1 cup chicken stock, 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, I mix everything together so the roux is nice and evenly distributed, and I leave it over medium heat for 8 to 10 minutes until the sauce is thickened and the shrimp is pink. In the meantime, I recommend shredding 1 block of sharp cheddar cheese, or you can shred it in the beginning. This is for the grits. I add 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese or so into the grits that I have heating over low heat to get it warm again, and I whisk the cheddar cheese into the grits until it is melted. Once the shrimp mixture has thickened up, I give it a nice stir, and I slice the bacon up. And I add the bacon into the shrimp and stir everything so everything's nice and coated in that lovely roux and stock and yumminess. So I take 2 to 3 spoonfuls of the grits and put it into a bowl. And I add a few spoonfuls of the shrimp, the andouille, the peppers, the bacon, the sauce. Oh, it's so yummy. And that's shrimp and grits. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Wednesday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.